This is Steve Rowe for the Martial Arts Guardian, and today I'm talking to Georgi Anadolov. He's the Spartacus Fight Club coach, and Spartacus have been making quite a big impact on the Sambo scene, on the MMA scene, on the Chinese kickboxing, Sandar scene, and as you can see from the beginning of this video, they've been winning championship after championship. So I thought that this would be a great opportunity for us to be able to chat and see how it's going. So welcome, Georgi.
Thank you very much, Steve.
First and foremost, obviously you can tell Georgi comes from Bulgaria. So can you talk to us a little bit about Bulgaria and how you came to come to England in the first place?
So about Bulgaria, so everyone probably knows in this part of Europe. I have to say first I have to start with that I'm involved in martial arts from when I was a little boy. So it was a different time in Bulgaria. So we was learning everything on the street, which was helping us to understand what's about the fighting. So the good thing which I'm finding here for the time when I come in England, and that's why I've got my boy. I've got a little boy, you know, that's 7 years old, and I've got my boy to start with Kung Fu, with Shikon. And the reason is because when I saw about what you understand about martial arts here, I understood that it's good to be a good fighter. It's good to be able to fight and protect yourself, but in the same time, it's more important to understand what's mean martial arts. And the martial arts is not just fighting. The martial arts is believing, understanding, and it's more insight.
Yeah, I could say, I mean, you've got a really rich culture in Bulgaria, and of course that's where the original Thracians came from. That's Spartacus. So yeah, the heart and the spirit, you can tell, is a very important part of the culture. So why did you come over here?
So the reason me to come over here, I have to be honest, it's not because it's the greatest weather in the world here.
That's for sure.
Yes, so the reason me to come was with a student program. That's how I come. So the program was for 6 months. So I have to be honest, when I find out the difference between the standards here and Bulgaria, I decided to stay for a little longer. So I will study for a vet, and I was not able to work vets here. The reason was because Bulgaria was not in European Union, and me to be able to practice here, I have to start study again, which if anyone was involved in this will know is that's not that easy. So on the end, I decided to staying. So when I start my business, and when I come to the level when I'm able now to invest money in my hobby, and the martial arts is definitely my hobby because it's in my heart.
One of the champion that you've got at the moment that's doing extremely well, of course, is Veselin Ivanov.
Yeah.
And it's you that's brought him over, and I'll let you talk about the championships that he's won. But can you give us a little bit of background on Veselin and how you got him over here?
Veselin Ivanov, most of the people know his nickname is Madman. The reason why he's Madman is not because he's a crazy person. No, he's a really good guy. And when you ask why I brought him here, that's for me is the main thing. And I just want to say something more about this. For me, it's not that's important. How good is the fighter? That does not mean anything, because say the fight is 5 minutes or 3 rounds of 5 minutes. It depends what is it, and what about after that? Yeah. So just thinking, if that is one crazy person which is just getting the win, and the problem, the kids watching this. So I don't want to be involved in something like that. If I'm not able to trust this person, because what we're spreading around us, that is more important. Because all the stuff what we're doing is for us because we enjoy it, but in the same time it's for the people as well around us. Yeah. And the martial arts is what I said is not just fighting. Yeah. The fighting is just the result. So that's why I brought him here, because I know him and he's a really nice person.
He's trained since he was a child, isn't he?
He started when he was a little boy, and he started with judo. He was doing boxing and moved to sambo, When he was in the Bulgarian army. He was in the special sport forces, and that is the time when he started moving more to combat sambo. After the army, he won the world championship of amateur MMA. That was the time when he was decided to move to the professional MMA fights. He has a big record. I have to say what is on Sherdog. The problem what we have in Bulgaria is not all right, because it's everything. Sorry to say that, but everything is so corrupted there. But the main thing, he's one of the top fighters in the world, and well, I said the main thing for me is not about this. It's just he's a really nice person. You always can get something from him to learn, and just to feel better.
Well, the club he runs here is absolutely superb.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he is an excellent coach. And even when his English wasn't that good,
Yeah, but
he could
gets
still
a good
get it across.
yes,
Yeah, he could still do it really well. Sorry.
The reason why he was still able to teach when his English was not really good on the beginning is because he's doing that from his heart.
Yeah.
And it's not just some of the coaches which just want just to get through the 40 or minutes or 1 hour and a half. It depends how long is the session. No, for him is just to be able to give more and more to his students.
So can we talk a little bit about, first of all, obviously through us, you joined the BCCMA, and he won, you had to go through the titles in Centaur.
Maybe I have to start from the beginning first, how everything started.
Yeah, sure.
So everything for me started from my boy. I had my boy when he was 4 years old. I took him to Shikon martial arts. I have to be honest, when I did that, I was not sure what I'll get there. So I was little concerning, because I know very well the martial arts, and I know that all the clubs is not the same.
Yeah.
So it's really important what is the club, what is the goal for this club, for what they're looking for, and in the same time what coaches they've got, the teachers. When I took my boy, he was scared, so it took me 2 months. We was sitting on the side, and he was scared to join the kids. But I gave my pension. I know why I'm doing that. That was for my boy, and then he joined the club and he started practice. So that's how I was involved in Shikon martial arts. So over 1 year, my boy was training every week. So it was coming all the session was 2 and sometimes 3 times per week, and that was the year which I used to understand and find out something more about Shikon martial arts. So when I find out that these people, they are not looking for money, because that's what some of the clubs doing. They just want to get the membership, just want to get money from the gradings and etc. No, here I get something different. That is the time when I decide, together with Shikon martial arts, to start doing something extra what they was not they didn't had it before, and that was the sparring part. So I started taking my boy to competitions for the kids. That's the time when I was involved with BCCMA.
He did really well.
Yeah, he did it really well. Yeah. He became a British champion, and for a boy on 7 years old, that is a really good start. And that is something which helped him to understand why he was learning the forms as well. Because for me, was not just to push him again about sparring. I was want he to keep practice kung fu and the Shikon style, and he to understand his body before he start using the body for fighting or anything. Yeah. So that's how everything started with BCCMA, and that's the time. Well, I said we decide together with Shikon martial arts to start doing sparring sessions. That's the time when I brought Veselin. Was something new for me, because when I'm saying that I have to say that I understand martial arts, does not mean I was understanding very well how everything's working in Britain. And we start with the competition last year, which was on 8th of February with Veselin. I don't think anyone was expecting we to win, because all the champions there, they was from Kung Fu never was losing their fights. So everyone was thinking, oh, some funny people from some Russian style combat sambo is coming. So no one was expecting to win, but we did it. And we did it on the next one. Yeah. On the next one, and we start bringing more sambo fighters to the BCCMA competitions. That's the time when BCCMA decide to make me involved in this event. So now I'm part of them and trying to use my knowledge and my understanding of this to make their show bigger and bigger. And I have to say that we really get a really good improvement, and we're growing so fast.
Yeah, that's excellent. So he won the BCCMA World Championship last time.
Yeah, he started with the British title first. After that, on the next show, we moved to the European title. And after that, when he won on the European title, he had the chance to fight for the world title, which with amazing fight he win on the world title. So that's exactly what we have through BCCMA. And we get more people, which some of them won the British title, some of them won the European title, which that was helping the show to grow, because when we was involved in this from last year, from the beginning when we start taking part of these competitions, all the British fighters will start thinking something is coming from there, so now we have to training more hard. And that is what made me really happy for what we did it, because now when I was watching the videos, because that is what is my job, so before we put anyone on the next competitions, I'm looking the videos from before, and I'm seeing if they've got any improvement or not. All the fighters get a really good improvement, and that is what it's about. That is the main thing.
I mean, the actual standard of the fighters has gone up. The standard of the show's gone up. I mean, the lighting, the music. I've got to say, the BCCMA fight nights, guys. If you want to go and see a good fight now, that is the place to go. Can we move on to Sambo?
When we move to Sambo, maybe I can say something more about Veselin again. So when we win the British title, we went to the national championship of Sambo. So we took the risk, Veselin, to compete for the both of styles, combat Sambo and sport Sambo, in the same day. And it was amazing when he won the both of gold belt.
Guys, can I just say, combat Sambo has got the punching, kicking, so it's a lot more like MMA, and Sambo itself obviously is more the grappling.
So when we're saying it's more about MMA, in MMA you're not allowed to hit with head. In combat Sambo you're allowed to do everything. So in MMA, of course, you're not allowed to hit your opponent in the middle, and the MMA you're allowed to do that as well. So it's a really, can say, dangerous sport, but it's more close to what is on the street. Because on the combat Sambo you've got the top as well, which is making against everything more closer to what is on the street. Because on the MMA you haven't got any clothes when you're walking on the street with not anything on the top. So that is the good thing, I think, about combat Sambo. Some of the, because on combat Sambo you've got a head guard, and some people are thinking that is protection. Actually, this style is come from the Russian army, from the Red Army, and the reason in combat Sambo to be used as a head guard is only because the style was made for soldiers, and the soldiers always got some cover on the head. That's why in combat Sambo we have this, because the style is made you to be able to still be going on your opponent and winning when he has some head cover.
So he won the Europeans.
Yeah, he won the British title, and he's from 19 on the competition, which was 2013. He became a European champion, and was a world championship he was unlucky. So in the last 8 seconds, he lost the world title. So he comes second, which is still big result. But when we're talking for some of the top world fighters,
this is the World Championships in
that was in Japan, in Tokyo,
So he won the silver there.
Yeah, he did amazing. So very easily he get to the final. So he beat everybody. And when he get to the final, he was winning. We was so happy, and we was believing that we win in the last 8 seconds. Actually, what's happened? He had his opponent on his back, and maybe that is something which is come to him from the MMA. So what he did, he jumped on his back just to make pain on his opponent, which he did it. So we was so excited what he did, but in the combat sambo, that is 2 points for the opponent.
All right.
So that was unlucky.
That's
so
a shame,
it's just in seconds, everything changed. So that's how he lost. But it's a sport. So when I'm saying that, I'm really happy from the result which we get in Tokyo, and it was amazing. So to be in Tokyo with again what I'm saying, with the top fighters, because in combat sambo it's one of the main styles in MMA. The sambo fighters, they getting the best results. When we're talking about style. So to be together with these people and Fyodor Emelianenko, that was amazing then.
Just a quick thought while I'm there, guys. Bearing in mind that the BCCMA are the official governing body for Chinese martial arts in Britain, so all the titles won there are the official ones. They're recognised by Sport England. And don't forget that Sambo also has a registered governing body with Sport England in England. So obviously titles that are won are official titles, and all of this could be open to funding. Just a thought while we're there. Okay, can we move on to MMA? How you've been doing with MMA and where you're going?
Yeah, we're doing very well, especially on last Friday. So it was a great night for us. That was in Troxy on WCA MMA 19. We had 4 fighters, and one of them was fighting for UK 1 title for light heavyweight. That is under 93 kilograms. And he won the belt, and we have now the British champion there. And the rest of the guys, they did a very good show, very good performance. One of the guys lost, unlucky, but the rest 2 guys, they win just in seconds in the first round, which was amazing. And I have to mention that it's not just about, again, competing. All the show, which from my company, the Combat Promotion, which does a company which manage these fighters. I'm always trying to give something more to the spectacle. So we had a great show, like when Vasily was fighting on February. So we had him dressing like Charkian warrior.
Oh, I look brilliant.
Yes, Thracian warriors, and
we'll try and get some photographs, guys, up on the page as well of this, and also I'll see if we can embed some other video in there as well of that night. It really is very impressive.
I recorded a special song, special for this night. So now that is our hymn, and we're using for all the fighters, and with big flags and girls dressing in Bulgarian traditional clothes, and all this stuff is make everything different. Yeah, big show.
Yeah.
So that's what we had on last week on Friday. It's on Troxy, and I can say all the stuff what I'm doing is for around here, but everybody recognize now Spartacus and my fighters.
Yeah, that's absolutely brilliant. What's your plans now?
Well, my plan is to not stop where we are. It's just to move further and further. So when you're saying, if someone asking me, what is my goal? My goal is to enjoy it. And if we look at it this way, I already get the goal.
Yeah.
So does not mean I'll stop where I am. No, but now when I'm doing that from my heart, it's more easy to get far. And what I want is just to make more and more fighters involved in this. And when I'm saying fighters, it's not just some people who is going to competition. It's about the kids.
Yeah.
So that is every fighter which I'm putting on the competition is helping some of the kids mainly because I'm Bulgarian. So I'm trying to get more people from Bulgaria involved in this, and every fighter is taking people from the street because they're watching him. We're on the all newses and TVs in Bulgaria, not just here. That is good that we get a good result here, but in the same time, thousand people watching us from Bulgaria, which is helping us to take the kids from the street. My plan is probably will be September, October, to have one competitions which I want to be a national tournament, which will be every year. And with this tournament, I will give a chance to everyone who want to come and competing there to get in touch with me. Because on these competitions, I'll invite people. So you'll be the first one which I want to invite. So
going to Bulgaria.
So what I wanted is these kids to understand that is everything is behind to them. So if they keep practice and training, they can get to where they wanted. Because for some of the kids now, because it's not any way they to come to international tournaments, they start thinking, okay, why I have to spend this time? I will never get in progress or anything. And if I can get people like you to come just for the day, and that will mean a lot for these kids, because they to think one of the top martial arts people in the world to come to the same venue, to the same hall with them and watching them. Maybe they will lose, maybe they will not win, because it's not possible everyone to win. Most of the time, actually, when you're losing, you're winning. But just they to be in touch with people like you, that's mean a lot for them. And I'm sure that will change a lot for these kids. That's what I want, and that's what I'm going to do. When I'm saying wanted, some people want it. Just to want it is not enough. You have to fight for that. You have to work.
So basically, you can see Shikon means warrior's spirit or warrior's heart. And you can see how Shikon and Spartacus go together so well, because the things that we're trying to achieve are exactly the same. And that's bringing martial arts to the community. And the thing that I want you guys to be able to see here is, through proper routes. I talk about pathways to excellence. Pathways to be able to get a national championship, international championship, world championship, but real titles through real bodies, and that's where, by going through the official bodies like the BCCMA, the SEMBO and so on, the routes there, and there are routes for funding for the people that can't afford it and so on, so the pathways are there, and that's something that we can do together, and it's something that we can help with the Martial Arts Guardian. I think that will work really well. Georgie, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Martial Arts Guardian, thanks you very much.
Thanks a lot to you.
Now, Russell Jarmstein's got Caldwell. Stop pinging me on my phone when I'm trying to talk. Okay, guys, we'll be back, but on the page with this, I want to embed some more video of wrestling, maybe of the fights. I will list a lot of the titles. The Spartacus Fight Club have won. Anyone that is interested in Sandar, Sembo, MMA, and they want to get in touch with Georgie, he's on Facebook, and you can get in touch with him through me anyway, or through the Martial Arts Guardian. So fighters, trainers, anyone that wants to start or train, please get in touch. Georgie's the best guy to speak to.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Okay.
Thanks a lot.